Hi guys and welcome to this, my video on volume of a pyramid. Wow, like I'm ever going to need to know what the volume of a pyramid is. I'm not exactly going to bury some sort of Egyptian god. Well, you never know. My name's Darren from Maths Guru. Thank you very much for watching. Do me a favour before I get into all this type of stuff. This is the needy bit, as usual. Can you subscribe to my YouTube channel? Can you tell everyone you know to subscribe to my YouTube channel? Why? Because at the moment, if you can imagine, the dog is staring at me going, why is he talking to himself? Because that's really what I'm doing. I'm talking to myself. There is no interaction outside of those people who subscribe. It really does mean the world to me, like hugely. Every time I get a subscriber, I go a little bit like, yay, someone else out there is watching. If you want to download lesson notes and watch these videos in order and watch VCAR questions and what have you, there is Maths Guru as well. I'm on social media, but that's enough of the needy stuff. If you want to pause the video to look at the learning objectives that are going to take place, but I think it's fairly obvious, I'm about to teach you volume of a pyramid, and it's not a very long video. Previously, we've looked at finding volumes of interesting shapes like rectangular prisms and square prisms and triangular prisms and cylinders and spheres. Now we're going to deal with a pyramid. I've always wanted to go to the pyramid. I think it would be like a great trip, maybe for my 60th, which is coming up. Yes, I know I look young. It's the British connection. But the point of it is, pyramids scare me, or the pyramids don't, it's the camels. Oh, I've been on a camel once. It was the most painful thing, and the looks they give you. And also, I was wondering, like, I'm sure a lot of people, I've known, a friend of mine's, like, aunt was killed by a camel. How do you get killed by a camel, I thought? And as it turns out, in Saudi Arabia alone, Saudi Arabia, 600 people. Yeah, what is that? What does it say? Occurrence of camel vehicle collisions, but it's over 600. With a mortality rate of 1 of every 4 camel vehicle collisions, or 150 people die a year from hitting camels. That's just in Saudi Arabia. Think about how many camels there are in the world. So I think I'll just not see the pyramids. I'll watch it on National Geographic. But let's find the volume of a pyramid. And the great thing is, it's another formula. Have you noticed? The last video I talked about formulas. Now this one is talking about formulas as well. Here it is. The volume of a pyramid is basically 1/3 the area of its base times its height. Now, if you actually remember back to a cone, the volume of a cone was 1/3 times pi r squared times h. So weirdly, a cone is a type of pyramid. Or is a pyramid a type of cone? Anyway, because there's my 1/3 area of the base. Well, what's the base of a cone? Well, it's a circle. And the area of a circle is pi r squared times the height and height. So the great thing is, once you've got this formula here, you can use it for your cone as well. Now, again, you need to be very, very careful here, because the height of a pyramid is from its highest point down to the middle of its base. All right, a lot of questions will try and trick you, and they will give you that length there, which is called the slant length, and that's not what we need in any way, shape or form. And again, that slide there is for those of you who want to download the lesson notes from, yes, you saw it, mathsguru.com, where it's absolutely free to sign up. So again, there are formulas later on that we might come across that talk about using slant height, but for the moment, we're just going to make sure we're dealing with our height. Right, a couple of examples. Find the volume of a square pyramid of height 11.2 centimeters. So there we go, that height there is 11.2. And base length 17.5 by 17.5. So looking at my formula sheet, I know it's got 1/3 times base area times height. Right, 1/3. What's the area? Well, it's a square. Or it doesn't really matter whether it's a square, but it's 17.5 times 17.5. That's the area of my base times the height, which is 11.2. What do? Fire up my calculator. Thank you very much. So let's do 1 divided by 3 times 17.5 times 17.5 times 11.2. Hit enter. Gives me the fabulous 1143. Let's look at our accuracy. 2 decimal places, 0.33 centimeters and cubed. Why is it cubed? Because volume is 3-dimensional, and so we want that floaty 3. Find the volume of this hexagonal pyramid that has a base of area 122 centimeters squared. And again, we're trying to trick you now, because if you go back to your formula that says volume is 1/3 times base area times height, they don't need you to work out the base area, because we've already given it to you. Oh, thank you very much. That's 1/3. My base area is 122. And my height is 12. Now again, slight trick. They've written it outside, but the reason we do these little lines down the bottom here is so that you know that that is the height. It just makes the diagram a little bit clearer. Equals, firing up my calculator once again, 1/3 of 122 times 12 gives me 488 centimeters cubed. And again, I imagine there are lots of different ways for the textbook to ask you these questions. But again, once you've got the formula and you know how to find the area, you can have triangular prisms at the bottom, triangular pyramids, you can have square-based pyramids, obviously you're going to have hexagonal pyramids. There are so many you can have, cones, just same formula. Just make sure you work out the base area and times it by the height, not the slant height, the height. And yeah, I told you it was a short video. What, 6 minutes? That was amazing. Well, yep, thank you very much for watching. If you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, it just lets me know you're watching. Sign up on social media. Tell your teachers and your friends about this. I know it's weird to Snapchat and Insta and whatever else, but I really want to help as many people as I can. And your help in being able to do that is invaluable, all right? Otherwise, I'm going to carry on doing videos for the rest of Chapter 10. Hopefully, I'll see you in one of those. If not, take care, guys. See you again.